In the first training video, we went over the Quick Access toolbar. Here I'm going to show you how you can customize it. Now remember, it's called the Quick Access toolbar because you can quickly access any command on it in a single click. You don't have to go to one tab with one click and then find your command here, or click on the drop-down arrow to access more commands. It's all just right there. Click on it, boom, automatically executes the command. Let me click on the Home tab. And to customize it, you can do it one of, well, many ways. You can click on the corresponding drop-down arrow. You get a list of some of the popular commands like the Open folder, adds it there, so click on it. It opens up the open window so you can browse to find your documents and open up those documents. Let me close out. Click on the drop-down arrow to remove it, uncheck the open, and it's gone. Let me click on the drop-down arrow, and if you want more commands than what you see here, go to More Commands, and it opens up the Word Options window, which is also accessible, as you recall. Let me close out from the File, Backstage to Options, and there it is, Word Options. You just have to come down here and select the Quick Access Toolbar category, and there you go. You can also access the same window, let me close out, by simply right-clicking anywhere on the Quick Access Toolbar and go to Customize. Opens up the same window. Over on the left-hand side, you have a list of more popular commands. Over on the right-hand side is what's currently being displayed on your Quick Access Toolbar. So if I come down here and I'm looking for Open, I can select it and click Add. And if I don't like it, select it over here and click Remove. Or better yet, just double-click to add it. To me, that's a lot quicker. Now, if you're looking for commands that aren't listed here, you can click on the drop-down arrow and go to All Commands, and it is sorted alphabetically, beginning with the numbers and then going to the A's, B's. Let's go down to the P's, and let's do Print, double-click. So when you click on that, you see the drop-down arrow. It's going to give us a couple of options for printing, or if you want something that just quickly prints it, the moment that you hit a print button, and you don't get any print previews, it just shoots it right out of the printer, then you want to go for the Quick Print option, which is right here in the Q's, double-click. And then if you don't like the order of where it's at, like Quick Print, you want it at the beginning of the Quick Access Toolbar. Select it, click the up arrow several times, and then when you're done, click Okie dokie, and hey, we got the Quick Print that when I click on it, it's just going to print. I don't want to do that, I get a blank page. Or you can click on the Print option here that gives you, again, the options for printing or doing a print preview and then printing, because what you see in the print preview is what's going to come out of your printer. So you may want to check there first. Let me click off to get rid of that. Now you can see that these commands, especially the Quick Print, right next to the Save button, ooh, that could be very tricky if I'm in a hurry. Hey, click Save, I click Print, and all of a sudden my printer starts printing tons of pages. You can get around that by either moving that Quick Print button to the end in a place that you don't, well, go to on the Quick Access Toolbar that often, or you can add what are called separators. Separators are just basically lines that you can add to your Quick Access Toolbar. The lines like you see here on the ribbon that separates one group from another, which by the way, not only does it separate and gives you some space, you can actually use it to do some groupings. So if you have a bunch of print commands that you add to your Quick Access Toolbar, go ahead and surround those by separators and group them together. Let me show you. Let's go ahead and right-click anywhere on the Quick Access Toolbar, go to Customize, and right there at the top is Separator. Double-click to add it, and you can see it's been added. Maybe a few more separators. We're going crazy here. Let's go ahead and select one and hit the up, 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 up to separate the Quick Print. Well, in fact, let's put our prints together. Let me move the print up there. So we've got that separated from, or aligned, some spacing between what we have in this group and the rest of the commands. And you can also, add separators wherever you want, either to show that you have these commands that are grouped for a particular reason or to give yourself some space. So that way they're not so close together. So when I click OK, there you go, the lines, just like you see down below here on the ribbon. That separates this command or these commands from that command or groups these together. So I've got a little bit of space between the two so I don't come right up here, and if I miss the Save button, I just click on the separator and not on one of the print buttons, which is nice. And to get rid of these, you can go ahead and right-click on them to remove them, and right-click, and let's just get rid of all these separators because I really don't need all these buttons here. Now, another way to add commands to your Quick Access Toolbar, instead of right-clicking on it and going to Customize, you can actually do it right off the ribbon. So if you want the bold command there, just go ahead and right-click on it and say you want to add it to the Quick Access Toolbar, and there it is. Hey, B for bold. If you want to add an entire group, like for example, let's say that I'm not always on the Home tab. I'm always working in the page layout, and rarely do I go to the Home tab, but from time to time I have to go there to access the font group. Better yet, just right-click in a blank area within the group and add it to the Quick Access toolbar. Now, by default, it's going to choose one of these icons here, and don't be fooled by it saying, oh, it looks like the font color, but just a different color, because it needs some sort of representation for the group. So it picked that icon that when you click on it, hey, you get the group. That way, if you're always working on a different tab on the ribbon, you're like, oh, I have to go back to the Home tab to be able to access the group. When I really want the commands for the page layout here, just click on it there, access whatever you want to on the group, like make it bold or expand it to get more details about the group here. In any case, let's close out of there and go ahead and let me remove those there because I don't need them.